So the New York Mets here, big game today. After yesterday losing to the Phillies 8-2 in that ball game, and the Mets they stranded so many runners on base, it was off to a bad start. David Peterson, he didn't look good in his first start of the season, and Alec Bowman, the Phillies got off to that 4-0 start, and it was tough to come back from there. But today, opening day at Citi Field, the home opener here, Tajon Walker takes on Nick Neidhart of the Miami Marlins, and the Mets. This is a ball game we should win here today as a New York Met fan, because if we fall to 1-3, it's not going to be that good, even though I know it's only 4 games of the season, but you want to win the home opener. You're versing a Miami team that's really not going to compete this season, even though I know they made the playoffs last year in the shortened season. But the Mets, they got to come out quick. Tajon Walker, we need a good 5-6 innings out of him at minimum. I'm hoping 7, but it's tough nowadays, and especially the way these guys get babied early in the season as well. But they got to come out and pitch. The Mets, they got to come out and hit and drive runners in, and so far they just haven't done that. Michael Conforto, in a few big spots over the last couple of days, he hasn't delivered, and I believe yesterday he left 7 runners left on base. So today they got to have better situational hitting, because they had good chances yesterday to close the cap in that ball game, but it just didn't happen. The bullpen, it's been a mess so far in the early going, and Trevor May, he don't look like he was a great signing so far. Jerry's Familia, we saw him struggle a couple nights ago, and this team, they just got to get things together here today and start off this home opener and this series right versus the Miami Marlins. And there's only been a few bright spots in the first 3 games of the season. I like the way Alonso's playing, the way he's hitting the ball. Francisco Lindor, the bat, it's not up to speed yet, but his fielding is amazing so far, and some of the plays he's made and just how smooth he is with the glove, and also his demeanor. He's never a guy that seems overwhelmed, and he seems the same in every situation as Lindor, so that's a good thing to see. And Big Jake is Big Jake, but now these other starters in the rotation got to step up. It was good to see Stroman pitch well, but today's a big one here at the home opener. And like I said, this Marlins team, they don't have much talent, so the Mets, they should at least win 2 out of 3 in this series. And I'm hoping for the sweep, obviously, but I got to be realistic. But they got to take the 2 out of 3. I know it's only the second series of the season, but this NL East could get out of hand early and often. We saw the Braves yesterday sweep the Nationals. So the Braves, they're 2-4. Philly 5-1. They're off to a good start. And the Nats so far 1-2 right here. And now the Mets and the Marlins. And the Mets, they should take care of business, hopefully. You know the crowd's going to be pumped up. It's the home opener. Fans back at the stadium. First time in a few seasons here. And they just got to play good. And Nick Neidhart, he's not a great starter for this Marlins team. He's a guy that'll probably only go a few innings, even if he does pitch as well. So the Mets, the key here to kick off this series is good pitching by Walker and getting into that bullpen. And there's no reason why the Mets shouldn't hit Neidhart. He's not a top starter for this team. And they got a pretty decent starter in Tajon Walker in his New York Met debut. He got the 2-year, $20 million deal. Now he's got to go out there and just perform, and I think Walker will, and this team will get back on the right track. So the New York Mets home opener here, 1 o'clock ball game, which is good to see, another afternoon game here today. And let's see if Tajon Walker could get the Mets back on track and win another home opener here today.